Oh, guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended. And in this video, I am going to show you how to get to the new aberration zone that has been put inside of Ragnarok. Now, it's a very easy, it's kind of a modified zone that used to exist, but I'll let you kind of decide for that what you will. But it's a really cool spot. I'm going to show you the entrance right now. Actually, let's just do this the easier way. I'll give you the coords specifically. 17.3, 42.9. is how you're going to get to this zone, and you're literally just going to run down and inside the cave. Now, obviously, you can see we've got the fungal mushroom look. There's Karkanos down in here. There's aberrant megalania. There's megalosaurus. There's a bunch of creatures down in here. But the other cool thing about this is there's a ton of little tuck away hiding spots that have an insane amount of resources, and I'll show you what I mean by that, because I accidentally walked into a hole over here. That's a mesh hole, so they're gonna have to fix that right there. That's kind of crazy, but you know, I'm not gonna get into that one. You can kind of run around this entire zone over here and find a ridiculous amount of resources. So there's a ton of obsidian, and then if you kind of like just go around, there's metal literally everywhere. It's kind of crazy. You can hear the megalosaurus sleeping over there. You can see metal, crystal, all of the resources that you could dream of in this cave. It's basically like a non-aberrant version of aberration. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, there's Karkanos down here. You've got the cool little cave. They essentially took the mushroom swamp caves and turned it into a more aberration style zone, I think is the best way that I would describe it, because it's a very vast network now. There's tons of resources. You can see the megalosaurus are still there. That's a 145. That's a really good megalosaurus. And there is metal everywhere, literally everywhere. It's kind of ridiculous. But it's just this vast network under the mountain, I guess you could say, that is just filled with resources, little tuck away hidey holes like this one right here. That's just a light source up there, so we can't actually get in there, but it's a cool little area you could build. And then there's, once you get to the actual main room, there are Karkanos. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just trying to show you kind of like some of the neat things around here. But you've obviously got your aberration style swamp plants there. And then you kind of go further down. You've got your crystals. You've got your very aberrant style mushrooms, megalania. The weird thing is they're not aberrant versions, but there are Karkanos down here. So, but there are aberration creatures on this map in another aberration cave. But here are your Karkanos, right? There's a 140 Karkanos. There's a whole bunch of them over here. They're spawning crazy numbers over here. But it is really cool. It's kind of like the green zone-ish slash cave. I don't know what I would call it totally, but it's a really neat zone. The amount of metal in here is absolutely insane. And then it also backs up into the silica pearl cave, if you know what I'm talking about with that. There's millions of silica pearls in there. So that's kind of cool that it pops down in there. So this used to be I don't remember what it was, like Swamp Cave or something like that is what it was called. But they reworked it and it looks really good. It genuinely does. Obviously, they don't really have many aberration dinos in here. They don't even, I think those aren't harvestable. No, you can't harvest those, unfortunately. There is an area on the map you can actually harvest the aberration style organic polymer, but this is kind of just to show you what this area is like. It's kind of cool. I can certainly see some pretty strong bases being put in here, because there's only a few entrances. I think there's like 3 total entrances. One in the swamp, one on the side of the mountain that we went into, and then one in the backside. And that's really the only 3 ways in here. But you can see that it is cave style dinos, but you can tame a lot of the stuff like the Karkanos and things like that. So pretty freaking cool though, if you ask me. And yeah, definitely a new thing. They modified it and worked it quite a bit in order to kind of change what it's like in here. So hopefully it kind of, wow, what is that? Oh, it's a megalosaurus. Okay, cool. I would like them to be aberrant, but you know, it is what it is. So anyways, yeah, crabs all over the place. So hopefully this quick little video kind of shows you what the aberrant zone is. And yeah, but hopefully it's a helpful video. All right, Teach out.